Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot, and we're going to look at the general energy for the 18th, 19th, 20th, this coming weekend of October. Okay, and I want to say, wow, thank you for all the messages, emails, and feedback on the videos for each of the 12 separate signs for the second half of October, the 15th to the 31st. Thanks so much for that. And anybody that I have had email me for the free one card reading, just give me a minute, depending on my schedule. I will definitely get back to you. I've been able to do a couple of them, and as the time permits, I will definitely get back to you. And if you want to book a personal reading through my website, which is bitchinahurry.com, feel free to do so. I'm about 5 to 7 business days out right now. But if you have an emergency, please also let me know that this is an emergency and you need to know something right away. And I will absolutely do my best to fit you in a little earlier. Okay, we have a lot. I feel like we have a lot of energy going on around here. When we talked last week, the general energy was very much like not to let an old bad habit or something from your past recur in your life again. And it was especially geared to over the weekend and the first part of this week. And it was like a message that it was so strong, I felt like I had to tell you 15 times. Please don't even put your toe in the water of whatever this is, because it will come back with a vengeance. And we're going to see how everybody did and how to fix whatever was going on and what we have coming up for this next weekend here. If you can find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry. Obviously, my website, bitchinahurry.com. If you want a personal reading or any other information on the deck I'm using and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be more than happy to chat with you on Instagram or anywhere. So I'll look forward to hearing from you. Also, you can email me at notsomysticaltarot@gmail.com for a free one-card reading if you have a question that I can answer. And so far, I've been having the best time getting to know everybody. It's really fun because you allow me to peek into your life a little bit, and I really have enjoyed it. So thank you so much. Let's see what we've got going on here for this general reading, for the general energy, the vibes that we have going on for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, headed into Monday. Like, what do we have going on for this coming end of the week and weekend? All right, well, we've got a few cards up here. Let's take a look at these first. I have to make them neat. It's just what I do. First card we have coming up is that you were working on something really hard. You've been really working on something, and you're starting to see some progress, and you're starting to see some of the hard work really paying off. And that can be due, in fact, that you did really well this weekend, not sliding back into old bad habits, and you just kept right on working along. And I see the next card we have here is the Chariot, which is a lot of energy. And some people say this can be like a card that is definitely a Cancer card because of the high emotion. There's a high level of emotion with this card. So whatever it was that was in your past that was that thing we were worried about comes with a really high level of emotion. And we see here the Queen of Wands. And the Queen has taken some action. She's taking action, and she is realizing her full potential. She's playing this harp, and it's this beautiful expression of who she is, and she's able to share who she is with the world. And in on her own terms, which is the only way that she does anything. We do see here this Three of Swords, and that could mean some of you guys may have had a hard time this weekend. Some of you guys may have had a tough time. I think this is in past tense, that you had a tough time, and maybe you didn't navigate last weekend so well. Maybe you did slip back into some old habits. And you're kind of feeling the pain of that you kind of slipped back, and you're not exactly where you thought you might be. That is okay. It's okay that happened, because we're gonna move forward. We have this Four of Swords here. We're gonna stop do some serious mental evaluation, take a little bit of a rest, kind of reset ourselves, and move forward. And whether you had a tough weekend last weekend or not, or some kind of a slip up or a regression back to something you didn't want to do, even if that didn't happen to you, this is a great time to take a little bit of a rest and kind of reevaluate what you do have going on. So whether you had some of this happening or not, it doesn't matter. Either way, you had this very strong energy that was going on all last weekend, and you have this really hard work that you've been working on. You've got some kind of project or some kind of goal that you're working on, and you're starting to see these results. So it's time just to take a minute, evaluate what's happening, take a little bit of a rest, cut yourself a little bit of a break, and just kind of take some time to evaluate what is going on. Because if you stay mired here in this heartbreak and loss, and I made a mistake, especially with the swords, I made a mistake, what was I thinking, why did I do that, and you just beat yourself up into this endless cycle, you're going to end up here, which is the Seven of Wands, and you may be feeling this energy of kind of like just conflict. It's like a tug of war that goes nowhere, just this conflict, this energy, and it's brought on by this Three of Swords, by this rumination over whatever it is that is not going well or is not going properly. Or like I said, maybe you did make some kind of a mistake that you're not really happy about. Maybe you did something that you wish you hadn't done, or you allowed someone back in your life, whatever the case might be. But it is time to just kind of use this card to stop, evaluate, and remove this conflict from your life, because this conflict is here because you're allowing it to be here. So remove that conflict. If you did make a mistake, if you did have something really upsetting or something happen that you would rather have not happened, it's time to deal with that. Like I said, use your sharp mind here and evaluate this. Take a little bit of a break, kind of breathe deeply, and move on. And next to this, we do have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is, her mind is sharp as a tack. Nothing is getting by this queen. She is the queen of, I don't want to say self-control, that's not it, but like self-evaluation. She knows exactly what is going on, and she's not going to lie to herself. And they think when we lie to ourselves, this happens too. We tell ourselves, it's just this once. It's no big deal. So if that was you, and maybe last weekend didn't quite go the way you planned in your perfect world, don't worry, because you've got the harsh in a good way, harsh in a way that you're not going to pass anything off on her, like you're not going to even be able to lie to yourself. You have this harsh kind of, this is the way it is judgment going on, and with this kind of self-evaluation happening, I don't think that you'll allow it to happen again. And we also have the Hermit here, which tells us to take some time away, and I think we couple the Hermit here with this Four of Swords that gives you that time to stop, evaluate, and rest. And here we're going to pull back a little bit, evaluate, take some time away, kind of maybe reset our plan a little bit. And I always show you he's got his own little light right here, which means you don't need anybody else to tell you what you need to do. And especially with this queen, you know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you need to do to move forward. You don't need anybody to tell you. You've got your own light right there, your own ideas. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. We're going to get a little more clarity on this coming weekend. I think we're talking a lot about what happened last weekend and how to move forward from it if you had any kind of a problem. So let's see what we need to. I don't know if that's, well, I guess it came out. I guess it must be for us. That makes sense. Okay, let me get a couple more cards and we'll move forward here. This coming weekend. Okay, see, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. If you had a good weekend last weekend, you were working on a project and you're starting to see some results, that's awesome. If you had a little bit of a slip up, had some things go on that you were not really happy with, that's okay too, because we show here that we've got the sharp mind of this Queen of Swords right here. We've got the intelligence to stop for a minute, evaluate, take a little bit of a rest, and make some plans before we charge forward. And again, you've got the Hermit telling you again, take some time away, look inside. The light you need is inside of you. You don't need anyone else to tell you what it is that you need to do moving forward. That light is inside of you. You know exactly what you need to do. And if you think you don't, you have her. And trust me, she'll not be afraid to tell you what it is you need to do. You just have to be open to listen to it, and you may not like the answer that you get. That's often the case, right? We don't always like what we're supposed to do. But let's see if we can get one more card here. All right, here we go. So if you, when you do get away like that and you get a little time to yourself, I think there must be someone in your life here that is this King of Pentacles, this strong-rooted, this is somebody that's in your real life too, not just someone like that you look up to. This King of Pentacles is rooted and strong. He is honest, trustworthy, hardworking. Lean on this person in your life. If you have this person in your life, you may have a boss who is someone that's also that you can talk to, a friend, a really good friend who's one of those hardworking, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Conscientious kind of people. If you have someone like that in your life, try to spend a little bit of time with them. Look at the way that they're doing things. And I think that if you follow some of their lead, you'll have a little bit less of this happening. We don't want this happening. So let's follow the lead of the King of Pentacles, because he's got himself in order. And when you do that, when you do follow that lead of the King of Pentacles, using that support, you have here the Four of Wands, which is a card of support and action and harmony. So moving forward, after you've done your evaluation and you've determined what it is you need to do, you've taken the time away, you're gonna enlist the help of someone like this, somebody who you can really look up to, someone who does things the right way, someone who does things in a way that they're proud of, and in a way that you would like to do things in your life. And that is going to create so much mental and emotional and personal harmony in your life. It's going to allow you to take action and move forward as well. And we have here the 3, which is kind of the underlying feeling. What we're going to do is make some long-range plans. Now that we've got ourselves righted back around, if you got unrighted around and kind of off the path, then we're going to get you back on the path. If you were on the path, you're still going to take this time to rest and evaluate. You're still going to remove any kind of conflict from your life that's wasting your time. And you're going to take the time away. Either way, whether you had a good or a bad weekend or whatever, you're going to take this time and really look deep inside at what you want, and you're going to use that Queen of Swords, that rapier, like, whew, this is exactly, it's yes or it's no. It's not, there's no, I always say it's black or white. You can't hide in the gray. Make the decision, whatever. And then you're going to look for someone like this to kind of model some of your behaviors after. And then we have the long-range plan. We're going to take some time this weekend and make some plans. You've come from a ways away. You're looking forward at your future, at what you want to do. It's time to make some long-range plans. It's time to put all of this thought into action. You have a lot of mental energy happening here. It's time to put this into action and make some plans for your future. So that is what we're going to do. So I don't see anything this coming weekend that's too stressful. Like I said, I believe this was for some of our watchers and viewers from last weekend and last week, where maybe they did slip back into old behaviors or bad habits and make some choices that they're not happy with. But that's okay, because it's in the past. We're moving on. The foundation of the hard work that you've been doing all along, that still is there. Whether you made a few bad choices or not, this hard work and this foundation is still there. And then you're just going to reactivate that using the king of all foundation, the King of Pentacles. You're going to reactivate that, get yourself back on course after spending some time away with like the hermit does. Spend some time away, look deep inside. You're going to evaluate here. You're going to stop, evaluate, and here, the Queen of Swords, you're going to make your decisions fast and firm. And that's it. Black or white, that's it. Make your decisions. And it moves you toward a place of harmony. Toward a place of harmony and a place of being able to make some long-range plans. And I think that you will, in turn, have a very good and productive weekend. I will talk to you later. I hope you like these videos. If you do, like and subscribe. Send me an email. Find me on Instagram at Bitch in a Hurry. I will talk to you soon. Bye.